OCB Battles, Real Talk. It's an update. Brother, introduce yourself.
Yeah, Sleepy G. My worst being in battle rap. Let's go, man. Let's talk stuff.
Welcome, brother. Welcome on the show again. Like I said, it's an update. So let's talk. Let's talk about from where we last spoke about, I guess, which was your battle, which sort of a robbery. You said it yourself.
Yeah, no, for
You
real.
you versus Twisted Pennies, brother.
I may as well have walked in with like a bank robber mask on. You know what I'm saying? Like stripy shirt. I may as well. No, to be honest, um, uh, on the day again, like it's the same as the tongue twister battle, man. On the day, like I had loads of people coming up to me saying that I like clearly took it, and on cam I clearly didn't. So it's a weird one. I'd say, like round wise, I think if we'd have written the same length of round, I think I would have won. I think I would have like it would have been on camera. I think I would have won on camera. At the moment, he wins clearly. Like there's no debate in that. I think I still think, however arrogant it sounds, I think my first round was the best round of the battle. No one else seems to think that, but I think my first round was the best round. And I think he clearly took the third. And I think he pretty much got the second. So, yeah.
Right.
Basically. But I'm not exactly going to turn around and go, oh, no, you go through instead. So, basically.
Yeah, well, the judges panel decided differently, bro. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
But
I think...
it leads into day two, which we're going to talk about. Anyway.
Yeah. I think I mean, he was like cold, man. Like, I hope it doesn't put him off doing more battles because he's quite clearly very, very good. Like instantaneously, he stepped up a lot from the quarterfinal that I was like taking him off. If you know what I mean. Again, I think if like round lengths had been like the same, like I think I wrote 1:30 to 2 minutes, and like every round his rounds were like double the length, but like I'm not going to make a thing out of it. But I think if the round length had been equal, I think bar for bar, I think I would have won. But because he had like so much more good material, like his rounds were just good throughout. I think my rounds were good throughout, but I think his rounds were good throughout for double the length. So obviously you're going to win, basically. But yeah, basically.
Let's get in on the 6.5 birthday card. Man.
Yeah.
Day one, Heretic versus Rob Wilson.
I like these two, man. I like Rob Wilson. He's different. I think they're very similar. They're really similar, like sort of quite clearly clever dudes. And they both know how to sort of take an angle which every crowd's going to sort of appreciate. Basically, I think Heretic's got it, not by a lot, but I think Heretic's got it. Rob Wilson probably had the line of the last event though, that "let it sink in" line just fucking killed me. But I think I think Heretic's got that.
All right, Will Jitsu versus Innuendo and Duke.
Will Jitsu quite clearly. I watched Duke's tryout again the other day. He's alright. Innuendo's good. I like Innuendo, but I think when Willsy's on and when Jitsu's on, they're both. Sorry, I've got Sea Magic inboxing me. When they're both on, they're both very, very good. They're quite hard to beat, the pair of them. So yeah, basically those two.
All right. Peace Soldier versus Impact.
The thing about this card is every single battle is hard to call. Every single battle's hard to call. I think it's in Leeds, isn't it? I think Peace Soldier's going to get it, although I think what Impact will say will be better. I think Peace Soldier's overall thing will be better. Say it, Peace Soldier.
Okay. Cracker versus Shooks the Rebel.
Oh, this is tough. Again, I like the pair of them. It shocks his. It's only like shocks his third battle or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be his fourth by the time it comes around.
Yeah.
And he's got about, I'd say, purely down to like, because at the moment I can't call it. I'd say purely down to prep time. I'd say Cracker, but only because Shocks has got a battle the week before, and this is all that Cracker's focusing on. And I think Cracker will make a point of it being the only thing that he's focusing on. So I think I'd call it Cracker, but that is probably my bet for Battle of the Weekend.
Okay. On beat, Zen versus Brucey.
I'd say probably Zen. I think Zen's really slept on, man. I like Zen. I think bar for bar, Zen's like cold. Like you can't really take a lot away from him. I think he's on par. Realistically, I think he's on par with Dialect, bar for bar. So I think Brucey's cool on beat. I think battle wise, in general, I think Zen's more of a complete package, and I prefer Zen's flow personally. So yeah, Zen.
Co-main event, Double L versus Mystery.
I've got to say Mystery. I like Double L, but I don't think he's been better than his J90 performance and his J90 performance. Like he was really good versus Chris. He was really good versus he was really top draw versus Tony, but like he hasn't styled on anyone as much as he did since J9. If he can style on Ree and like just take away from Ree's whole like aggressive approach, then I'd probably give it to Double L, but I don't think he will. I think Ree will like just keep punching him as relentless as he is. I think Ree will take that.
Alright, title match. Tony's D Yunnan.
Again, it's a toughie. Like I'd say if Yunnan hadn't been as social media active as he has socially media, I don't even know how you say it, like active on social media that as much as he has over the last couple of months, I think it would have been more even. Like I think this is going to be the best Yunnan's anyone's seen. But I think there's too much for Tony to say. Like, if you look at like angle wise, I'd say in general it's harder for Yunnan to win battles than a lot of people because of all the shit he does outside battles that gets brought up regularly, like to the battle community. Yeah. I think Tony's the best in the UK by like quite a long way for me. So yeah, I'd say Tony 2-1, but it's going to be the best Yunnan anyone's seen, and no one should write him off yet, basically.
Alright, day 2, opening battle, T-Kid versus Danny Jack.
Danny Jack, like quite clearly. I've heard some of Danny's stuff; it's really good. Basically, yeah. I don't think T-Kid's very good, like. Basically.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going with you, but you are starting to lag really, really badly now.
Oh shit, sorry.
But like, it's alright. People can still hear you. It's just that your visuals.
Oh okay, good. That's fine
then. Briggsy versus Old English.
You see, the thing about the Wardrobe as a venue is it's basically pit format. It's just a little bit raised because of how like small the actual stage space is. It's basically pit format, and I don't think I've ever seen Old English lose in a pit. So I'm gonna go with Old English. I think Briggsy. Everyone keeps saying the BAM performance was dope. I think Briggsy beat BAM, but purely because his performance was so good and he had the whole room with him, and that was in Manchester, not in Leeds. I think Leeds is neutral for the pair of them. And again, Old English can just sort of style on people, which I think will work. It's a good matchup though. I wouldn't have thought of it, but it's a good matchup.
So top 8 finals obviously got you in.
Yeah.
But you got any words for one?
He's good, man. I'm not going to trash talk. I don't really like trash talking. He's good. I think I know I know the sort of angles he's going to take on me. I think what I've done is good. Like I like my shit, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wrote it. But honestly, I think he needs to step up from his last battle. I do honestly think that. Purely just because I've had more battles than him. Not on some arrogant shit. I think just because I've had more battles than him. I'm looking forward to it though. It should be good. It's the final that no one cares about at the end of the day. So yeah.
It's the longest running tournament I think ever in battle.
Yeah. Well, it's been going on for. I think it's like 8 months or something like that.
Yeah, it's the longest running tournament in battle right now. So.
Yeah, I know. I just keep pissing people off, don't I?
So next battle on beat, Marvin versus Lady Shocker.
Say that again. Sorry, man.
On
You said
beat, on beat, Lady versus Marvin. Lady Shocker versus Marvin.
Marvin, man. I've only seen like one battle from Marvin. I think that was like a DF tryout at the last distinction. I think it was. I've seen a couple of Lady Shocker battles. I think Raptor beat her. I mean, she's all right. I don't think she's like considering it's on beat. I don't think she's that good on beat. If you know what I mean. Basically, so I think Marvin's even though I only seen one Marvin battle. I think just from like I think when it comes to on beat battles, at the end of the day, it's still a battle. Like you can rap as much as you want, but it's still a battle at the end of the day. You can have loads of crazy flows and stuff, but if you're not actually aiming what you're saying at your opponent, then I don't think it really matters. And I think from watching both of them, Marvin from his first from his tryout performance already got that and actually had angles to come at. So I think yeah, Marvin.
O'Shea versus Pedro.
It's the best matchup of the year by a fucking mile, even though we're only a month in. Osh is the GOAT. Simple as. Osh is the GOAT. Pedro is fucking one of the funniest people I've ever seen live. I didn't used to really like Pedro, but since he's been mainly doing the sort of freestyle stuff, he's become one of the funniest people ever. So yeah, I think but I do think Osh has got that.
Alright, co-main event, Marlo versus Tricky P.
Marlo 3-0. Tricky P isn't that good. He's weird. Marlo is Marlo's like solo Marlo. I think Marlo's better than Shuffle. And I think solo Marlo's one of the best in the UK. So okay. Marlo, clearly.
Main event on beat, 2 rounds hip hop, 1 round grime, Dialect versus Bamalam.
Dialect's got the grime round. We all know that. Like, I've heard Bam at 140 before, and he was like he wasn't like uncomfortable, but it's in Leeds, and it's Dialect on grime. It's like if he doesn't win it, it'll be like if Dialect doesn't win the grime round, he sort of loses the battle automatically. If you know what I mean. But I think on over hip hop, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some of Bam's stuff and it's fucking cold. So I'm gonna say 2-1 Bam, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Dialect does over grime, and I'm not over hip hop, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Bam does over grime because it's like both of them are stepping out of their normal territories, isn't it? So it'd be cool to see.
All right, cool. Well, that's the card gone through, bro. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. I quite want to get back to watching the football, innit? So yeah.
Any shouts?
SPBX.co.uk as always, still repping that as ever. Shout outs, Danny Jack. Hopefully we're doing a 2-on-2 soon, innit? So yeah.
All right. Well, this has been Real Talk.
Yeah.